Christmas is one of my all-time favorite holidays. In my home, the holiday season is a time of abundant joy and laughter. I find myself at ease, resting in the comfort of my home and thanking God for my wonderful family and security of shelter. I'm sure many others can relate to this and find the holidays to be a time of relaxation and Thanksgiving. However, the reality of the situation is that Christmas time is not as fun-loving for everyone. It leaves me with the question of how to love others well, especially during the holidays. Loving the people we care about is joyful, but God calls us to be joyful in loving all people. This is especially important during the holiday season, as everyone deserves to feel loved and cared for. One way we can love each other well is by being intentional with our prayers. It is easy to get caught up in our own needs and desires, and to use prayer as a way to hear what God is calling us to do with our lives. However, it is just as important to be intentional about praying for others, in the same way we pray for ourselves. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18 says, "And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people." In this verse, the Apostle Paul is calling us to be faithful disciples in our prayers for all of God's children. Another way we can love each other well is through generosity. Immediately, when I think of generosity, my mind jumps to financial gifts. As important as financial generosity is during the holiday season, generosity can also be seen in how we prioritize our time and how we serve those around us. This is especially important during the holiday season because many people do not feel the joy of loving others and of being loved. It is essential that we understand that everyone deserves to feel loved and cared for. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 11 through 12 says, "You will be enriched in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion, and through us your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God." This service that you perform is not only supplying the needs of the Lord's people, but is also overflowing in many expressions of thanks to God. Giving to God's people can be seen in many different ways, whether it is donating clothing items, delivering meals to those who are hungry, or even spending extra time at church talking to someone whom you haven't gotten to know. It is important to be aware and motivated to serve God's people wholeheartedly and with a faithful spirit. Let us be a reminder to all people of God's love. I pray that we will love each other with intentionality through prayer and with generous hearts. Let us love like Jesus.